Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Lucy B here. Guys, if you've been coming here always, guys, thank you. If this is your first time to come here, guys, you are welcome and please stay. Okay guys, my name is Lucy B and here I talk about anything that will promote, anything that will empower you and mostly make the world a better place to live. And as you can see, the topic today, guys, is about don't talk about this thing in public. Yes, guys, sometimes when we're in public, we just talk about anything, not forgetting that sometimes whatever we talk might be affecting somebody, might be hurting somebody. And this topic that I'm going to talk about is about it was given to me by one of my friends. A few days ago, I invited my friend to come and join me. I wanted to celebrate something small and she accepted, to come. But then the moment I said a few friends of mine are also gonna come, she was like, she started laughing. She was like, oh, in that case I can't come. And I'm like, why? Why don't you want to come? And she's like, she was gonna be jealous. I think she was just making excuse that she said, I'm gonna be jealous. Like when someone start talking to you, I'm gonna feel jealous. I'm like, come on. I was like, come on, stop joking. That's not a funny joke. And she was like, yeah, I'm serious. I said, come on, sis. You want to tell me that you've never been in any other parties or like where there are many people and you with many of your friends? And come on, tell me the truth. What is it? Why don't you want to come? And then she's like, you know what, Lucy? Sometimes, like, when women are gathered or in public like that, I don't like to come simply because, like, sometimes people start to talk about certain topic that will affect me. Like you come to enjoy yourself and then you end up going back when you're not happy. I'm like, oh, okay, I understand that. Because actually, like a month ago, I experienced the same thing. So I told my friend, okay, I understand exactly what you're trying to say. Yeah, guys, because I experienced the same thing what she was talking about before. I remember last month I was seated next to these ladies, these classic ladies, these ladies of high class, and they started talking about their life, how their life is so good, how talking about everything about their life. And then one in particular really affected me. This lady is a bit old, she's a bit elderly, she's PhD older, and she was like, what she was talking, like everything like with her is perfect. Her marriage life is really perfect. She has been in this marriage life for 50 years. Children are doing very well. The children are all like doing, like these good careers. The grandkids are like very good. She was showing pictures of good parties, of holidays where they go to these, like these expensive, these, places. And then even like the grandchildren, what they, the kind of car they buy when they bought when they're going for this prom. And, the life, she was talking about everything good. And this lady were just all talking about their good life they're really enjoying and how their family are perfect and all. So I'm like, hey guys, I am here and I don't have this kind of thing. And they made me feel, at that point, guys, I started feeling so bad. I started feeling so, I felt like I haven't achieved anything. I feel like I've done nothing. I felt like I'm nobody. Because this lady were talking of good thing, like really like they have really achieved their life is just like too perfect. So I'm like, hey, I felt so bad. I'm like, I wish these people sometimes when they're talking, at least they should also think about others. Because they left me, I was so down. I felt so bad that day. So when my friend was talking, when she talked about that topic, I was like, oh my god, I also felt the same thing last time. So if it affects you, that means it affects many people. And then my friend even suggested, yes, Lucy, you need to talk about this thing. Talk about this thing. And I say, yeah, thank you. I will try to, because if this kind of thing affected me and it affected you as well, I mean it affects many others. So I told her I would say, and my friend, if you're there, thank you. That's what you wanted, and here it comes. So yeah, guys, as much as we have like freedom of speech, we have like right to talk about anything that interests us, or nobody should like control you what you talk about. But still, guys, when we're in public, there are these few things that we have to really be considerate. We have to be like respectful. We have to think about how it's gonna affect others. Okay, so when we are talking about some of these things, we just have to be careful of our environment. For example, our children there, some vulnerable people around us, some people, is it this kind of thing we are going to talk, is it going to affect us? Is it going to affect other people? It's okay when you talk about some of these sensitive things. If you talk about them when you're with the like-minded people, like the people that, like those lady, actually, like the way they were talking, they were actually among their same class. The only problem that here was I was also seated next to them and I wasn't in that class. You get what I mean, guys? So just mind your environment. There are some of these sensitive things that you have to be careful when you're talking, when you're in public. So maybe also just to avoid them, okay? So what are these few sensitive topics that we should be careful when we're in public? Okay, number one, guys, I'm going to go straight to like children. Children are precious thing in our life. We love children. As much as we all have children. Yeah, not everybody has got children. Sometimes, some family, some people out there, they're struggling to have children. Maybe they've been trying so many times, they're trying everything and nothing is working. And they are like longing for children, they are longing to hold them, they are longing to have their own children, but they can't. They have tried everything. And then sometimes, maybe home is like a war place for them. Because sometimes, when you can't have children, if you're unfortunate, you might have this husband who will like be just like, like arguing or maybe singing this thing over or to you. Maybe like it makes like all the time he's singing this thing. Yeah, I want children. Maybe he's even becoming violent at home. If maybe the husband is supportive, it could be even the in-laws. Maybe some of the in-laws, they're slapping you left and right. They're slapping you this side. You turn here. Hey, we want children. Oh, you're eating our brother's food. Hey, you're doing nothing. That kind of thing. So you're just like being slapped on every part of your body. And then maybe sometime you are just fed up. The home where you live has become a war zone. And the only thing you want is to get out of that home and go out there and just maybe go and sit somewhere quietly and maybe relax, maybe just wind down, take a glass of water or a glass of wine or something. You've come out here to relax. And then you come out here, you then find people again talking about the same thing. I mean, guys, you see what I mean? Come out here to find your free time. And then you find these people, other people out here again, they're talking about the same thing. Say you come and you're a lady. You come and sit near these ladies who have children. You run away from home. You try to stay away from your in-law or from your in-laws or from your husband. And then you come out there, you find groups of ladies talking about the same thing. Guys, think about that. How will these people feel now? This person will feel, whether it's a man or a woman, will feel that I've got no place to hide. I've got nowhere to hide. What do I do now? What do I do? You come out, you meet the same talk. You go back home, So, this kind of thing, this person can become very, very sad. They can become very, very depressed. And trust me, wicked people can also, someone who are like low self-esteem, who are like weak, like naturally weak, can easily go, maybe decide not even to go home, can easily go and commit suicide because it become too much for them. So you see why sometimes, this, like my channel is about making the world a better place to live. So you see, that's why sometimes I just want to say that, guys, when you're out there, mind the way you talk. Mind when you're talking some sensitive topic, mind with who you're talking to, with which people you're talking to. Is it like, are you just like maybe like same people, you have the same opinion, same, likings? That's okay. If you all have like let's say you're all like, you have children, you're all okay, you have children, so you're in this group where there are no people among you, go ahead, lady, talk about it, scream about it, do anything about it, lady or gentleman, do anything. But if you see that you're not alone, you're like seated next to like some few people close to you, just be careful, because you don't know what they are going through. And why I'm talking too much about this when it comes to children, like, for example, guys, one of my friend was fighting with her friend. And then this friend she has no children. She has been trying and she can't have children. And then during their fight, this lady told her that, you know what? You need to like even stop wasting your husband food, because however much he feeds you, you're already full. He tried everything to feed you, but you're already full to the brim. Nothing works. Such kind of talk, like even when you're fighting, even with your friend, or you're fighting with anybody, don't talk about barrenness of somebody. Don't talk about this kind of sensitive thing. It's not nice, It's not nice. It might affect this person so badly. So you get what I mean? Okay, guys, the second sensitive topic you shouldn't talk about in public is the S thing. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say the whole thing. The S thing in the bedroom. When I say that, you now add the two spelling missing. You complete the sentence. The S thing in the bedroom. Guys, this is also another sensitive thing that you should be very careful when you're discussing in public. Yeah, like how great you when you're in public, when you're talking about how great it is in the bedroom, how good you get with you, how you good your husband is, how satisfied you get in the bedroom. Just be careful, guys, when you're talking about it. Mind who you're talking to and mind your environment. Mind who is next to you. One is the children. Be careful when child is near you. The next is any other person out there. Because, guys, you don't know how you might be hurting someone's feeling. There could be somebody out there that have not even had the S for now, like maybe 6 years, 10 years, and now you're talking, you're trying to tell the world how happy you are in the bedroom, how good your husband is, how he satisfies all your needs, how it makes you happy, how you're enjoying your life in the bedroom, But while the other person maybe is out there, they are starving, they've been crying, they are like, they are desperate to have that satisfactory you're talking about. They just want to have that, to get that. They're like dying softly, and you're out there. Just be careful about this thing. Be very careful, guys. Don't say I didn't warn you. Somebody might be out. Maybe they've not even been touched. They're there in the house. They're like brother and sisters. They're like, and you're here saying, hey, I am there. I get this, Yeah, so be careful, right? Just watch out. Be careful when you're talking about such thing. If you're look, nobody is supposed to control how you talk. You can talk about anything you like. You can talk about anything that interests you. You have the right to it's just to be mindful, because when you're out there in the public, you don't know who you're hurting. You don't know, how others are feeling. Thank you. Number 3, guys, another sensitive topic that you should be careful is politics. Oh my God, I'm just that thing. That's why you see I don't talk about politics, because politics is a very sensitive thing. Because like sometimes if you start talking about politics in public, in most cases it ends in argument. Especially if you find these people who like strongly believe in their leader, and they are also like hoping, willing, waiting for some benefit when maybe their leader goes through, and you're here, you start talking things like negative, you start like talking against it. It's not good, because you're now gonna be a target. And such kind of thing will end up in arguing, you'll end up in even fighting, you'll end up like hating each other, you will even end up being like singled out, and before you know, you can even start to feel isolated, and you might even put yourself at risk, even your family at risk. So when it comes to politics, avoid discussing politics in public, because sometimes the world, we get like so much like into drunk with politics. We are the person is feeling that if we win, we are gonna own this, we can be able to have this, we can be able to control this, so if you come and start interfering, if you're not careful, you can even lose your life. Yes, so thing like talk politics, be careful, don't talk about it in public. And then the 4th one, guys, be careful when you're in public talking about your wealth, talking about how much money you own, or how much money you earn, or how much you have. I can give you example, like I had a nephew, sorry, may his soul rest in peace. My uncles in state one time sent him a big lump sum of money, and my cousin, because he had not got this kind of money before, he got so excited to the extent that he walks from his house to a nearby pub near his home. And then the moment he entered there, because he was this kind of guy who when they entered this pub, he just told everybody that should have a drink on him. And when you say something like that in a place where that kind of area that is not like, so all eyes were on him. And then while he was drinking, instead of keeping quiet. He was like bragging about how much money he has got. He has lots of money. He got money, lots of money. People should order anything. They should drink anything. And by doing that, he didn't know that, there are some people who will be desperate out there. They're like, they're looking for the money, and he is taking of money. So, but the people that he bought drink for started planning. Because he was busting around, they started planning. So when he finished, he was drunk. When he was going home, they just waited for him on his way, and they just battered him to death. So you see, guys, be very careful when you're in public. What you talk about. Don't talk about how great your business is doing, how rich you are, how much money you have now on your body or something. It might just bring you the end of your life. So yeah, be careful when you're in public. Number 5, guys, something that is very sensitive, that you should be careful when you're in public. You shouldn't even talk about in public or something, is religion. Especially here in the UK, religion is a very sensitive topic to talk about, because sometimes you might be saying something that may offend somebody. And also when it comes to religion, just accept every religion. Don't segregate, talk bad thing or ill thing about any religion. Just accept it. Yeah, so it's a very sensitive thing. Be very careful, because sometimes you may think you're talking about this and you're offending others. And if you're not careful, it might also end up badly. Okay. So guys, if you're liking any of this information, please guys like, and please share and subscribe. Okay. Like now, please guys, like. Thank you already. Don't talk about football in public. Sometimes, football, the way men like football, I don't even understand. Me, I don't like football, or I don't love football at all. I don't like. And if I decide to watch it, if I'm watching it, don't be close to me or don't sit in front of me. Because once I decide to watch, I'm going to support one side. And when I start to support that one side, hey, if you're close to me, hey, when they are not scoring, I'll be saying, come on, kick. And I will even want to kick, and I will even kick you. That's how bad. So don't be, when I'm watching football, say I'm in a studio, don't be close to me. Don't be seated in front of me. I will kick you. Because once I start supporting, I will now be very serious. I will even be doing my hand like this. I will just kick anywhere. Yeah. So back to our topic. So don't discuss football. Men who like football. Say, for example, Aston is playing with Manchester, and then maybe Aston win Manchester, and then the Manchester team are very mad. They're also drunk, and you just come say, hey, start saying, hey, be careful. Oh. They might kick you there. They might slap you. You might even end up there. So some of these things, be careful when you're in public. Be very careful. Unless if you're talking with your fellow people who support them, that's okay. Number 6, guys, don't talk about mental health. Mental health people, sometimes they feel already that they feel like they're already being discriminated. So don't talk about it. It may lower their self-esteem. It might not end well. It's not even good to talk about it, discussing it, how bad maybe you've seen someone behaving, or talking ill thing about mental health people or something. So don't talk about things like that. Don't just to make the world a better place. Don't talk about sensitive things, guys. Okay.